Over the years, we've discovered many extremely common ways that students are putting themselves at a disadvantage with the way that they're studying for the MCAT. Arvind here from MCAT Mastery, and the good news is that once all of these MCAT prep disadvantages are taken care of, many see their MCAT scores increase tremendously. A lot of these MCAT prep mistakes are specific to the MCAT itself, and others are specific to studying overall. Regardless, top scorers make sure to always address both types. As an added bonus, once you can understand and implement these insights for yourself during MCAT prep, you'll be able to use these insights to do extremely well in medical school too. With that said, in this video, we want to cover a common study mistake that we see a lot of students making when it comes to scheduling their MCAT study sessions. Let's say that you have a goal to study for the MCAT for about 20 hours per week. Some students will take that goal and study 6 to 7 hours on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Other students will study for 3 to 4 hours every other day of the week. They're both studying approximately the same amount of hours, but those who are studying every single day will get the higher score. Why is that? Well, it's because of the idea of spacing, which basically means that you need to spread out your learning to retain more information. Top scorers always advise that the stuff that we all did for our regular undergraduate exams, like cramming, won't cut it for the MCAT. For regular undergraduate exams, you could cram, and that information would stay in your mind for the short period of time that you needed for the exam, which meant that right after the exam, you could, just forget everything, and you wouldn't remember all that information that you just crammed. With a massive amount of content on the MCAT, there's no such thing as cramming for it. You can't fit all this information in your mind right before your exam. You need to be able to space out your studying strategically to maximize how much information that you can retain. This also deals with the concept of the curve of forgetting that scientists actually discovered in the 1800s. Their discovery showed that when you first hear a lecture or you study something new, you retain up to 80% of it only if you review the material within 24 hours. Knowing this, what if during MCAT prep, you spent a few minutes reviewing your previous day's study or lecture notes? What if you spent some time the following week reviewing all of last week's notes? For many pre-meds, after years of practicing inefficient studying methods like cramming, it becomes kind of a habit. They don't know any other ways to study, so when they see their practice test scores not improving, they're actually surprised. It doesn't make sense, and they begin to doubt their potential. They blame the MCAT as being too hard, they lose motivation, they lose confidence, and they feel scared and worried about how they could possibly meet the goal score they set for themselves to get into medical school. The key, as most top-scoring MCAT Mastery students eventually realized, is to drop all their inefficient study methods and replace them with new, evidence-based, smarter ones, which are proven to yield the results they're aiming for. These MCAT study methods are what we've been passionate about providing students as they study for the MCAT, so that they can take those great habits and apply them to med school. To make it easier for you, we've covered all of our years of research of getting these proven approaches to dominating the MCAT and med school type exams in our step-by-step MCAT strategy programs, which I'll link below to so you can check them out and enroll if you're interested. I use a lot of these strategies myself, and ultimately I was able to score a 517. So I can guarantee to you that they truly do help. The sooner you improve your methods to studying for the MCAT, the sooner that you're gonna regain your lost confidence in yourself and your abilities. You'll realize that it was never really about you or your potential to get into medical school. It was just about your approach. That's when you'll see your score hit that 510 plus mark, and that's when you'll know that med school acceptance is just around the corner. You've got this.